I'm not gonna highlight my Cupid's bow. You know what? I'm lying. What's up, y'all? Welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be getting into some new Fenty beauty goodies. I was lucky enough to receive a DM via Instagram, on Instagram via the Fenty beauty team. I'm super excited about that. Just pretty much saying that they would like to gift me, and luckily I did receive the new items, which are the new Stunna lip paints, which are these 3 shades here, as well as the 2 new Killawatt highlighters, which we have Chills, which is like an icy minty green kind of shade. You guys can see that there. And Water Brat, which is probably going to be my favorite, which is this pink shade here. Now, I didn't finish my makeup purposely because I did want to do some swatches and things like that with the new items, just so you guys can see what they look like on skin. So I'm going to finish up the look, of course, starting with highlighter, which is usually my go-to of how I would do things. And I'm going to go in with the shade Chills first. Now, like I said, Chills is like an icy minty green kind of shade, if you will. And this is what it looks like. And now I'm just going to sweep into the highlighter with my finger. That's what it looks like on hand. And now I'm just going to take the back of my hand. That is Chills. And now to use this shade, I'm going to take just a small shader brush, and I'm actually going to apply Chills to the inner corners of my eye. I feel like the shade would just look really nice on that part of the face. Of course, because this is like a test run to see how things look. So I'm just going to take that shader brush and just apply it to the inner corner of the eye. And that's actually really pretty. This is a shade I definitely would wear, especially like in the inner corner, just because I feel like it gives the area something extra. And it doesn't always have to be like champagne and gold shades. I feel like a pop of color, especially with like a highlighter on the inner corner of the eye, it gives it a different feel. So this is definitely a shade I would wear on the inner corner of my eye. I'm not sure how it would look on the rest of the face. That's something I would have to test out at a later date. But definitely, in my opinion, it definitely works for like the inner corner of the eye. So I really can't wait to actually try this on like cheeks and things like that. But I do have something specific in mind for this look, so I'm going to leave it just solely for the inner corners of the eye. Now, to do my face highlighting, I am going to use the Killawatt highlighter in Water Brat, which is the pink shade. That's what it looks like, right? And they also included their, I believe it's like a cheek hugging highlighting brush. This is the 120 brush, and it's perfectly angled to fit onto the cheek area here, which is where you would apply your highlighter. So I'm just gonna dip into the highlighter first so you guys can see what it looks like. That's what it looks like on my hand here. And now here's the back of my hand. And that is Water Brat. And this pink and green is actually giving me like, what is it, Cosmo and Wanda vibes from Fairly Odd Parents, but we're not going to get into that. That's another story. So I'm going to take that brush and just dip it into the highlighter, tap off the excess. This is my first time using this brush, so I'm a little skeptical. I do have a specific brush that I normally like to use. Then I'm just going to make sure I tap off the excess. I'm really scared. So I'm going to take that angled side and just pat that onto the skin. And I've also worn like a pink highlighter before. It hasn't been this glittery, and that's one thing I definitely want to mention with these highlighters. They're a little more glittery than I'm used to from Fenty Beauty. So if you like bigger, I guess like bigger glitter, if that makes sense, then you definitely would love these. So this is what it looks like. It's definitely booming, I will say. And now I'm just going to go to the other side and do the same thing. One thing I definitely want to say is that you should be careful when using this brush. I prefer a more concentrated highlighting brush. Even though this one fits right into that space, I feel like I'm getting highlighter on areas that I normally wouldn't, wear highlighter, which is a little lower than like the top part of my cheek, which is where I liked, well, my face receives a lot of the light. I feel like it is running a little more into my blush, which I'm not used to. I mean, it's not a big deal, but I mean, of course, if it's something that you're very particular about, then you might want to be wary when using this brush. So I'm just going to take a little more of that highlighter and just apply a little more. And that's what we're looking like. I'm going to wipe off my shader brush, take a little bit of that pink, and just hit the brow bone. I'm not going to highlight my Cupid's bow. You know what? I'm lying. I'm going to take a little bit of the pink for the tip of my nose there. Just because I do like a little nose glow. So those are the highlighters for now. Like I said, I've definitely worn like a minty shade before in my inner corner, so this is nothing new for me. The pink is a little more glittery, like I said, that I'm used to from Fenty. I'm used to a finer highlighting powder. It's not something that I would wear often, especially because, like I said, this is a lot more glittery in my opinion, and it's bigger glitter flakes. But of course, if it was like a smoother powder, like kind of like a chromey finish, then I think it's something I would definitely go for more. But of course, if you do like bigger glitter chunks, as I said, then this is definitely something that you might want to look into. Next up, we are going to get into the Stunna lip paints. So these are the new paints here. The first shade is Unattached, which is a bright coral shade. This is what it looks like. Then we have Unlocked, which is this like bright pink, which is very pretty. And lastly, we have Undefeated, which is this sultry purple shade. All right, so I'm going to begin swatching these just so we can see what they look like. That's pretty much it for this video. I really hope that you all enjoyed the new Fenty Beauty goodies. I know I did, especially this dark purple lippy. I'm like living right now. But I really hope that you all enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Please give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. And I'll see you guys in my next video.